Yo, what's up guys, Nanger here. Welcome to another video. Let me go ahead and first apologize for any like background noise you might hear because due to some circumstances, I'm now kind of forced to record outside my house. Well, I say outside my house, but I guess it's really just on like my back patio sort of thing. Anyway, sorry. Alright, so welcome to my first video of the post-nerf patch. I do have a video of that already up if you want to watch it. I will be adding timestamps to that because for a while I did try to do timestamps. I didn't really like doing it. Not for any like actual like professional reason, just because I was just way too lazy to do it. And a lot of times I'll sometimes forget, just because that does require me to actually like sit through it and watch my videos again in order to like put the timestamps at the appropriate spots, because I don't know if there's like a way to like do it automatically. So if you guys know of one, let me know down in the description below, because I would like to know. Just that way, if I can like save myself any like additional time, then yeah, cool. Because again, I'm very lazy, like incredibly lazy. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys the deck list. Alright, so some changes that I've made to this list from last time is I added in the Saha package. So part of why I added in the Saha package to this list is because like this list more or less had everything I already wanted to play, and I usually like don't like changing it like around any of my like other lists unless I absolutely have to. You'll notice the Dragon Knight Fist. Now this does actually cost me a game, which you'll see later. But for the most part, it's really good, just because like if you're going second and it gives you like more consistency just to see a removal spell early, because now you run a total of 8. Now you run a total of 8 early removal spells. This will hurt you later in the game, especially if you're versus a deck that doesn't like play that many creatures, just because you give yourself more bricks later on. However, for right now, where we see all these like flood strategies being very popular, it's kind of necessary. Now again, this is like the first day of like post nerf. You're gonna see a lot of crazy things here, but most importantly, you're gonna see a lot of aggro. So as a result, I really like having this here, just because if you can go 1-for-1 and not take any damage as Dragon, then when you play your Sibyls, you most likely just win, because like because at that point you're already effectively into the late game. You've drained the majority of your opponent's resources, because they're playing shit like goblins. You're playing stuff like Bahamut. So obviously, if the game drags on late enough, you're going to win, just because you have sheer value over them. I'm pretty sure that's everything I need to talk about for the deck. All right, so again, I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into these replays. Now alright, so now today's kind of special day, so I'll even show you guys the games I lost. Normally for my things, you don't see many games I lose. However, this one in particular is really important, just because it has the fabled Wallet Forest. Now, if you don't know what Wallet Forest is, sorry about that. It's essentially this like JCG deck. So basically, the Japanese came up with this, which makes sense, just because the Japanese come up with a lot of like the wallet strategies in the game, and this uses what I call the Dragon style neutrals. What I mean by that is that like you don't use certain neutrals, like say a lot of the like early game stuff, like for example like Angel the Word and shit like that. You instead use more of the defensive neutrals, and then you also use the Sahaquil Israfil Lucifer package. The reason why it's called Wallet Forest is because like, well, one, there's not really a good name for it. I mean, like you could call it like Control Forest if you want, which I guess would be like apt. But the other reason is because like somehow this deck is actually more expensive than Dragon. Like Dragon usually caps out at about 52 to 56k. But like the Wallet Forest list, some of them are actually 70k vials. That's actually insane. So let's go ahead and go into the game. The reason I'm showing this game is because this game is actually super important in the sense of I actually do cost myself the win here, and I 100% deserve this loss. Like, even though I played very, very well, I did make two somewhat important mistakes, and one of those was just a mistake caused out of fear, and then so I lost. Like, I 100% deserve this loss. I was really salty that I lost, but it's one of those, like, you need to realize when a loss is deserved, when a loss is undeserved, and just kind of, you know, letting it go and just moving on to the next game. Alright, so here he plays at Unica. At first, I'm just like, okay, well, he's just like neutral forest. If I just like go ahead and try not to die, that should be fine. And that's part of why I don't clear it with a blazing breath, just because like this way I develop a creature that can go 2 for 2 with his creatures. However, he plays the Sylvan Justice, so here I go ahead and I go Ayla plus Blazing Breath. Drawing the Ayla was really nice because now if I want to, I can go ahead and draw with my Fervors. He plays out Goblin Mage here, so I'm like, okay, well, he's roaches. Like, he's roaches, and that's kind of scary, but like, it's still fine. So I just go ahead and Fervor here. I'm just, you know, digging for my Ouroboros, so if I can get my Ouroboros down early enough, I can win. Because most likely he's not playing Lily in this deck, and if he isn't playing Lily, then I can just like one for one him for the remainder of the game. However, he does play a Bellringer Angel. When he plays with the Bellringer Angel, I now instantly know that he's Wallet Force, and I need to try to change up my game plan a little bit, but I have to keep digging first because I need to see real cards. Like, the double Ayla are useless because I'm already at 10. The Grimnir's kind of useless because like he's not gonna be clearing my board. So here he evolves the Bellringer Angel. I did not agree with this at all. However, it made sense when we look at his hand later. The reason why it didn't make sense to me is because like 2 damage means nothing to Dragon. 2 damage like is a drop in a very, very long bucket. Like, however, here again, as I said, he plays out the Sock Wheel. And now this turn, even though it looks weird, I think I needed to just Bahamut here. I don't Bahamut here just because like if my Bahamut somehow gets dealt with, then the rest of my hand is nothing. So I'm just trying to like draw into more and more resources here. All right, now this turn I actually did not need to use my Evo. I think the reason why I didn't need to use my Evo is because I could have just gone Fervor, Oracle, then Dragonute Fist to pitch away one of my Aelas. That play would have been a lot better, just because like the Dragonute Fist is gonna be kind of hard to see use for. So I decided to go ahead and do it this way, just because this way I can try to force his last Evo. We're both playing Sahas, but he's already used one, and my Ouroboros should help me win the. Oh, neither one of us have Evo's wars. Additionally, if he is playing Bahamuts, I'm not expecting him to play 3 Bahamuts just because that's kind of clunky for non-dragon lists, which means I should have the Baja advantage. And I'm basically just like trying to draw into my second one, so I can go and slam down my first one. He'll Bahamut, I'll Bahamut him back. He won't have an answer, he'll lose. So here, I just go and play out my Poly. This was probably the only time I was going to be able to play out the Poly, so I decided to go ahead and do it now. And now you're going to see where the lack of Grimnirs is going to come back to bite me. Because here, he goes Ariette, hit me again in the face. And now here, when he uses the last Evo, I should have immediately known that, okay, well, he has Olivia in hand. There's no reason why he would just give me his Evos unless he has Olivia in hand, because he's still nowhere near close to killing me. And even if he is playing Roaches, he's also playing Bellringer at the same time. He's also playing a lot of these like expensive cards, so it's gonna be like super unlikely that he's able to like kill me. He's able to like win the game off of like a Roach combo or something like that. So I should have like expected that. And just like held onto this last Evo for dear life. However, I'm pretty sure I get forced to use it here, just because his Evo from the carrot is actually super annoying. So I just go double Sybil here. There is merit to me going to me using the Oracle this turn and just playing out one Sybil and then going Dragonite Fist again. However, I decided not to do it, which I do think now it was a little bit of a mistake. The reason why I decided not to do it was because like I really did not want to give my last Evo, and if I go for the Dragonite Fist play, and if it doesn't hit double carrot, then I lose to Jungle Warden, which he may or may not be playing. But I do ultimately give him my last Evo anyway, instead of taking my 50-50, which again I should take my 50-50. However, this play is nice because I get a lot of healing from it, and if he has Bahamut, which I'm expecting to have, this is going to be a board that he's going to want a Bahamut. So he does drop the Baha on me. Neither one of us has Evos, so unless he has a second Baha, or unless he has some kind of like otherworldly play in order to get rid of my Baha, I'm most likely going to win this game. However, he plays Dance of Death. I'm just like, Dance game? What the fuck? and now you see where we're keeping this. We're not how like not keeping the second how not keeping the second Sybil in my hand is gonna like affect me here. So I just go ahead and tempo out Israfil. I wasn't expecting him to be able to clear it unless he had Saha. However, apparently he had like a billion removal spells in his hand, so I was pretty shocked. Yeah, he even had Hectors, and I was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate for me. Because now I don't have a second Saha, and having that second Saha would be really, really nice here, because it would mean that I would get to like make a bigger board instead of just, you know, playing out an Ayala. So as you see here, this Oracle is still in my hand, and I could have gotten rid of it several turns ago, but like I just like didn't, and that's like affecting here because I literally have like 2 dead cards in my hand that I can't ever like actually play. So here, I actually should have. I think I actually should have played out the Poly. I didn't play out the Poly just because I wanted to dig with the Oracle. The reason why I think I should have played out the Poly here is because like Grimnir can't kill me, and the only thing that kills me is if he has Jungle Wardens. If he doesn't have Jungle Wardens, I don't die. And getting that Poly into play early would have been really, really instrumental. Because yes, he could have kept developing. However, most likely with the Poly plus the Saha Ishfa, I would have been able to clear up. I would have been able to clear everything in play. And it's honestly just like for me like still trying to get used to the fact that like Grimnir doesn't do face damage. So again, here was another really good, well, slightly less of a good turn to play the Poly, but still a really good turn. Yeah, so I ultimately never get to use the Oracle, which again is super instrumental and actually does in fact decide this match. So he goes Israfil here. The Israfil is annoying because I have to use Bahamut now. I cannot just play an Israfil into this, because if I do, and he has Aaron, then I die. However, instead my opponent responds with second Dance of Death. I'm just like, dance game. So here, I just go for it. I don't have a choice anymore. And I just go ahead and just drop the big dick on my opponent. He's already used his most likely one Bahamut, so if he can't clear this, he dies. And right now I'm in the driver's seat. However, he does play out the Olivia that I knew for a fact was in his hand for like 10 turns ago, and I'm just like, shit, like because now this is difficult. Because these carrots are just like racking up so much fucking value. Like he can't clear my board all the way. However, now if I draw my Ouroboros, I win. I just need to draw Ouroboros. That's all I need to do. However, I don't. I draw Tina, and here I needed to play this Tina. I needed to play this. The reason why I needed to play the Tina is because yes, I get blown back if he has Grimnir. However, if he doesn't have Grimnir, then I win. Like. But I puss out, I choke, I don't play the Tina, And now I'm getting punished for it because he's healing out of range. I draw the Dragon Fist, so now I get forced into a 50-50 that I could have easily avoided. I lose the 50-50. And now I lose if he has anything he can play. He has second Israfel. I'm just like, shit. But yeah, there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. Even if I top that Grimnir, well, if I top that Grimnir, if I top that Grimnir, that will be close, but not quite enough. So I literally lose off the fact that I refuse to play the China. Additionally, off the fact that I had the Oracle stranded in my hand for so long. If I had played that Oracle, I would have been one card deeper, and I would have been able to make several different plays throughout the course of that game. Alright, so I'm pretty sure with that, that forest game is going to be its own separate thing, so let me go ahead and stop recording here. I do plan to record the rest of these games, because these games were just crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about Wallet Force down in the comments below, and I will catch you guys next time.